Welcome to Mike's apartment, where we rate drinks, cuisine, and have a little bit of comedy along the way. I'm Mike, I'm your host. With me is Thom, my co host. Thom, how's it going?
Going good. I'm looking forward to the conversation we can have planned tonight. I'm not quite sure what direction we're going to quite go with it, but we'll figure that out. And trying. I've been I'm between places right now, and I'm staying at this extended stay hotel. So I've been watching a lot of TV while I'm off of work and transitioning living places. And I saw some commercials for this beer we're going to try, Corona, and Mike's already started on it.
A
It's
little
like
beer
I
you may
thought,
have heard of.
yeah. But anyways, we got the. I think we both got the Corona Extra. Is that right?
Yep, we have Corona Extra with
And
lime wedge.
I on the commercial, I saw somebody like shove a lime wedge into the bottle. I was like, hey, maybe we should try that. I'm, but I'm gonna do something a little different than Mike because I'm more highbrow. I'm gonna use this fancy beer stein that I have that I packed in my bag for various things for while I'm staying at this place and don't have dishes. But I sliced up my limes with a fancy plastic knife. So
Very highbrow of you.
yes,
All right.
maybe more white trash. I don't know,
Yeah,
but
so tonight, yeah, we are going to rate Corona Extra. You can do it with or without lime at home. And then we're going to talk about Marvel's MCU.
movies and shows.
Movies and shows that I have not seen all of, but apparently Tom has seen all of them.
No, I have not seen the new Fantastic Four movie, and there are a couple of the shows that I haven't seen all of. Like I saw the first season of What If,
Mhm.
which set up a lot of the I
And
think
that's the
Doctor
animated.
Strange.
That's
Yeah,
the animated one. Yeah.
and it was like every episode kind of I think focused on different characters or whatever. They were like, what if Steve Rogers didn't enlist or whatever, and then what's her name? The his love interest in the first Captain America movie, she became well, it wasn't Captain America. It was like she was British, but and all that kind of stuff ended up leading up to the Doctor Strange multiverse of madness. But anyways, before we get into that,
The drink.
I'm gonna
Well,
I'm gonna
one,
crack
one,
open
one
this.
quick thing too.
Sure.
Just so everyone knows, yeah, it's a really something that would mean everything to us and would be very easy for you. Click on that subscribe button. If you like what you see, like it. If you want to share it, feel free to share it. Also, comments, like, positive,
Yes.
dislike, whatever you want to do. But yeah, we'll go over it again. But yeah, just push that button. Come on, subscribe, guys. It takes just a moment. Means almost nothing to you. Very low effort and means everything to us. And it's what let allows
And
us to continue to make these shows. So,
even if you don't like it, share it because sometimes we look like idiots, like I did last week. But
well, I look like an idiot every week, and I'm okay with it. I'm gonna keep
no,
making these
I mean,
shows.
I'd had a few too many, but anyways,
All right,
I'm looking.
we got without further ado. Yeah, I mean, no need to rehash it. I mean, here's the thing too. I think everyone is pretty much most people have tried Corona Extras, but we're still gonna rate it anyways. So,
Yep, I've never had it,
you've never
so I've
a
never.
Corona Virgin.
That's why I suggested it because I wanted to try something that I haven't had yet. I'm assuming you've had it, right?
Many times, and
But
I will still rate it. I will still rate it, but yeah, I've
okay,
had Corona Extras a few times. All right, cheers.
all right. Cheers. All right,
Mm. It's good with the
that's
lime.
not
And my lime
that's not
fell into
bad.
it. My lime actually fell into it, but yeah,
Have you had it with lime before?
I think I have. To be honest with you.
I was really happy when I got to the liquor store and they had limes at the counter because I was like, I don't want to go to two places to get to get the lime and another place for the beer. But
It's good. No, I like that lime. The lime actually does make a difference. I can definitely taste the
I'm,
difference.
I might try it without the lime just to see what the difference is. But
And I believe they actually even have a flavor that comes pre-limed, but I don't know
yeah,
how.
I saw one that said I think it had citrus on it. It said
Yeah.
something about citrus. I didn't really look at it too much. I just uh, they had like 3 or 4 different kinds of Corona when I was at the store today. But
Definitely.
and and since I'm like not don't have a really good setup right now, I did not Google it. Like who distributes it, and so I don't know if it's EJ Gallo. It's a Mexican beer, you said, right? So maybe it's
Well,
not.
it
I don't know.
is a Mexican brand of beer produced by the Grupo Modelo in Mexico and exported to markets across the world. Constellation Brands has the exclusive licensee and sole importer of Corona in the 50 states of the United States, Washington, D.C., and Guam.
Oh,
Belgium
ah,
owns a company that owns it in other worldwide markets. The most popular variation is the Corona Extra, a pale
oh,
lager.
nice.
Yeah, so
We
we're
got
actually
lucky.
we're drinking the. They also have a ton of hard seltzers. They have Light, Corona Premier, and
Mhm.
Corona Familiar.
I
I've
almost
never.
got the light, but
Oh, uh-oh. It looks like a German immigrant and brewmaster, Adolf Hitler. No, I'm just kidding.
uh,
Adolf Schmetji joined the Cerveracia Modella Sociedad. I'm probably butchering this.
so
Uh,
see that.
yeah, they so basically they got a German dude to come and do it. But yeah, I mean,
Speaking of
long.
Germans, look at my beautiful German Shepherd behind me, Susie.
Yep, I see her.
My dogs took over my bed. But anyway, sorry. Go on.
As they should, as they should. That is their proper place.
Mm.
Long story short, that's all I'm going to read about it. Yeah, so they're like, well, obviously, they may be the most popular Mexican exported beer in the world. I mean, I would say, I think most people have, so I guess we're rating it. We're not necessarily, if you haven't had it, this might be a good show. But even if you have had it, we're still gonna, go over, why we like it. Um,
Or don't.
yeah, or don't, in whatever case that may be. But long story short, yeah, Mike's apartment. Actually, we're gonna let you finish. We're gonna let you finish what you have, and I'm gonna finish what I have. Then we'll
Well,
rate it.
you mean finish this? I'm not going to finish it before we do the rating.
Oh, you don't think so?
No,
Oh.
I'm a sipper.
When did that
Hey,
happen? No, when did
yeah, I've
that
always
change?
been a
When
sipper.
did that change? You just
I
sip
might
really
drink wine a
fast,
little faster. I might drink wine a
or
little faster than most other things, but like
or
mostly what
Gentleman
I drink
Jack.
is Mostly what I drink is liquor, and that I can't guzzle. Uh, I
No,
have I have to sip that, and then like beer. Most of the beers I've had, I'm not a beer guy. Like I've mentioned before, so I can't like guzzle it because it's not something that's really appealing to me. So, if I'm having a beer with friends, I usually sip it. And I remember back when I first started trying different beers, a lot of times, but it would like I'd get halfway through it and it was warm, and I was like, this is kind of gross. It's like warm beer, no. It's like
they say warm beer tastes like piss. Not that I
I,
know what piss tastes like.
yeah, I mean, some people actually, there are people. I don't know if they still do this or not, but I've talked about Red Letter Media on our shows a lot, and they watched a random video. They had they have this wheel sometimes they'll spin, and they have like random videos that people send in that are could be a workout video, it could be safe crossing the street with buses or something. I don't know, or whatever type video. But this one video they watched was about these people who think that drinking your own urine is good for your health. And so I mean, there's people out there that believe in that. And I've heard about people doing that if they're like, uh, if they're out in the wild and they don't have access to water, like if they're stuck in the desert or something like that. I saw a survival show where this guy did that. He just drank his own piss, and then it rained one night, so he collected what water he could, But but anyways, I'm getting off topic and talking about something very gross. It's like, uh,
We'll do it.
but there are
Our
people that.
next episode will be about what Tom's piss tastes like, and we'll rate it.
But, well, let's have different kinds, like the one with asparagus, because apparently what you eat affects
Oh
the
yeah,
flavor. I don't
that
know.
would
But
that'd be like the nastiest thing in the world.
so moving on,
Um, uh,
Corona does not taste like that. This is good.
no, Corona's pretty good, I would say. Um, all right, so we'll just go into the ratings then in that case. All right, Mike's apartment. We have a rating. Five. Five is the best of the best. It's ambrosia, food of the gods. There's nothing better. Zero. Zero is shit of the gods. It's the worst of the worst. Actually, I'll say this: it's the piss of the gods that they had that they redrank while living in a desert. That's what zero is. Zero is something. Zero is piss, your own piss that you drink because you're dehydrated. That's what zero is. So we finally have a because of you, Tom. Thanks to you, we
Yes.
finally have
Oh
a
no.
definition of what zero would be.
God bless Red Letter Media for letting me know about that thing, that video.
Finally we know the answer to some of the world's most pressing questions. What would you do in a desert without any water? You'd drink your own piss. All right,
Yeah.
Tom, let's just get
All
into
right.
it. Where is Corona? Where especially with lime.
So
What are we thinking?
okay, so I guess my rating is going to be a little bit different than say like if we're drinking wine or liquors because I'm not a beer guy. So I'm going to say as far as beers that I've had go, I'm going to put this at like a let's say I'm going to say like a 3. Uh it's uh it's drinkable. You know, it's maybe it's a little above average. Maybe I can go with like a 3.25 as far as beers go that I've had. Cuz it's cuz I what was it? Was it Kona or what was that beer that we had, the Big Wave?
Yeah,
Whatever. And
I
I
had
was
that.
like, ugh, I did not like that. I poured it down the drain after we were done. Like I did, and like, damn. But anyways, in fact, yeah. No, anyways, I'll give it a 3.25. It's above average for me in terms of the beers that I've had in the past. I think so.
Okay.
I think that's where I'm at.
You know what? I think I'll match you. I would say 3.25 as well, but maybe for different reasons. I am a beer drinker. I do like beer a lot, quite a bit. It's like one of my favorite things to drink. However, that said, and we have not rated my favorite beer on this show, and I'm not sure if we ever will, but we'll talk about that later. Um, well, there's a difference. Your favorite drink and the drink you can afford on the daily
Mm.
basis.
Oh, that was ten
So
bucks for a 6 pack for me. Well, plus tax, whatever. But
yeah, I don't. I actually got a 12 pack, but I don't remember. I'll be honest, I don't remember exactly how much it is. But I'd
it's
say
cheaper for you in Kansas, right?
Missouri,
I
but
think
yeah,
there is. Or Missouri, yeah. Well, Kansas City, sorry.
yeah.
But we're not in
Little
Kansas anymore.
little known fact. Well, while there is a Kansas City in both Kansas and Missouri, when most people say Kansas City, they are referring to the Missouri one because it is so much large. The K, as it's called KCK or Kansas City, Kansas, is actually a very small part of Kansas. It's actually not really that big at all. There's a whole story behind it. Has to do with the Civil War. We won't go into it, but there's a reason why that is. But uh, so yeah, so 3.25. We're agreed. We both
This is
just
the first time. Hit the unanimous button.
good. It was good though. I like them. I mean, they're definitely something to I'm an open mind. I got my wine opener, but I'm just
Yeah.
seizing the
Well, that's
bourbon.
what I got here. My other bottle opener's packed up, so I just I made sure I packed this little wine opener kit that I have that I've used on previous shows for
I'll
wine. But
I'll shove this down off camera just because it's a little bit
it's
easier.
easier.
Whoa.
Yeah, my wedges aren't evenly cut because I think I mentioned earlier that I sliced them up with a plastic knife.
Yeah.
But
I made a little bit of a mess here, but that's okay. Yep, got my lime wedge in there.
yeah, I think that's why I used the cup was so that I wouldn't have as much of a mess with the lime. But
Yeah, I
yeah,
might
no, I
have
mean
a little
that's I,
cleanup to do
I
after
think
this.
I'm going to be finishing these off. I was worried I might have to ask somebody to take them off my hands. But
Yeah. All right. So we got out of the way mostly. All right, Tom. I'm gonna let you kind of lead our way here through the MCU. I mean, I'll make a few
okay.
comments. I mean, okay, what? I guess I've mostly seen the Avengers. I've seen a few Spider Mans. I don't know. I mean, I saw a little bit of God that show with Loki
Oh, okay. So yeah,
and
Loki.
Owen Wilson, whatever that. I saw a few
Yeah,
episodes of
it was
that
called Loki.
Loki, and then I saw a little bit of the animated, the What If thing. I think I saw the one with the zombies or something. I don't remember.
Oh, the What If episode with the zombies. Oh, and there
Yeah,
was a zombie Captain America or whatever. And
yeah, I don't remember. I mean,
but
honestly, it's been years and years and years,
I'm
and
not
I've not seen
familiar
any of
with
the
the
new ones.
comics very
And,
much,
and
except for what
I've
heard
never
and
seen
read.
Ant Man, and I've never seen
Oh, what?
Wakanda.
Really?
I've never seen Ant
Oh,
Man, and I never saw Black Panther or whatever it is, Wakanda. I never saw the Wakanda
yeah.
ones.
There
Um,
may be a couple that I haven't seen that I can't remember. But anyways, go on.
let me say my most bitter things though right now. I thought Avengers Civil War was juvenile, stupid, made no sense. I thought it
Oh,
was a
really?
lot of showboating. Actually, I think most. I'm sorry. You know what? I'm just gonna say what I think here.
So you
And
did see Ant-Man in Civil War, anyways. But
yeah. I saw that one fight scene where it was just ridiculous. I don't know. I will say this, and I hate to say it because this is gonna be one of the things that's gonna break me for our fans. I'm not a fan. I mean, and I don't necessarily like any kind of movies. I like the X Men movies. I guess I'll say that. I would like
oh
the
yeah,
X Men,
those are great. Except for the
especially
director was a child molester, allegedly,
Roman
or I don't.
Polanski. No,
No,
Ro-
no, no,
uh,
no. No, no, no. Crap. Who was his name that
Harvey
directed?
Weinstein or
No,
no? Oh,
no.
uh,
I can't think of his name now. I can look it up, but I'm not. Brian Singer, I think was his name.
oh, Brian Singer. Okay.
Yeah. But anyway,
I don't know anything about that. I will just say like what I kind of think. I liked the X Men movies, so I liked both of like the three that had like Patrick Stewart, the early ones that had Patrick Stewart and Hugh Jackman and whoever else,
uh,
Halle Berry, and I thought those ones
yeah.
were pretty good. I like the ones after that, like the 2010 ones with Jennifer
Oh,
Lawrence
yeah.
and New
Like
Class and
yeah, the prequel trilogy
the
that they
prequel ones.
did.
I liked
Well,
those ones
I
quite
think
a
they did
bit.
four of those, but
Yeah, there was four. Yeah, there was four in total for those. I liked all those X Men movies pretty much a lot, especially with that. Okay, I'll never forget that Hugh Jackman line when Wolverine just like shows up at like the Academy for the Gifted or whatever it's called, and
yeah.
he walks in there and like everyone's telling him it's like Cyclops and whoever else, and he's like he looks at Patrick Stewart, Doctor X, and he says, "What do they call
Esther.
you? Wheels? What do they call you?
I, I,
Wheels?"
I I think one of my favorite, and maybe one of the most iconic scenes was in X2 or X-Men 2 when the school is being raided and they're trying to get the kids or the mutant kids, and he jumps like off the balcony and he like coming down with his claws. I was like whatever, and like like stabs like two guys and like flips them or whatever and just kind of lands and he's just what I was like, oh fucking yeah, that was awesome.
Was that the one where
But that's not
Quicksilver had to save them all because there was a
that
big
was no that
explosion?
was the third that was the third one,
Oh,
which Brian Singer, they asked him to direct it, but he said no, I'm going to do Superman Returns. instead, which I think
He
was supposed to be.
switched.
I think it was supposed to be a sequel to the 1970s, 80s Superman movies, the Christopher Reeves movies, but
Who
which I
unfortunately fell off a
yeah.
horse and ended up handicapped himself. I think he's dead now, but
He passed away. That was very tragic. He and Robin Williams were really good friends because they went to acting school together and got to be good friends. I think it was Juilliard. Was it Juilliard School of Acting they went to? I can't remember,
yeah, that's like that New York
but
City famous.
but
That's where everyone wants to go is
yeah,
Juilliard. That'll make you or
I
break you.
wanted to go there when I was in high school because I was into acting and stuff, but in music. But no, I heard a story. This is off topic.
Sure.
But I heard a story that Robin Williams got the idea for Patch Adams because when he was visiting Christopher Reeves in the hospital, he kind of like came up with that character and kind of they were kind of goofing with it. But anyways, but the X-Men weren't originally part of the MCU until I think
What Scarlet Witch and then that other not Quicksilver, that other fast
oh
guy.
yeah, the well no, actually so that was the
But they couldn't call them X-Men, right? Because there was the copyright thing.
crap.
They had to call them
Yeah, no,
augmented humans or something, whatever they said.
there was so the no, I'm what was WandaVision
Yeah,
was the show.
WandaVision was original.
That
Yeah,
was
that's where Scarlet Witch
yeah,
came from. Yeah,
that's what well she actually was part of the show from Avengers 2,
yeah.
Age of Ultron. So that's where they introduced her and Quicksilver, who died in I believe Avengers Age of Ultron. And then in WandaVision, she brought back Vision, who died in at the end of Infinity Wars, and then she also brought back her brother, who was a different, I think, character, but it was her brother in the WandaVision
That was the thing that
show.
doesn't make any sense. So, at
But
first they're dating, and now they're siblings.
no,
Little
they weren't
incest.
dating.
I thought
I
they
don't
were
think
like.
they
I
were.
thought they were
No,
together in the first one or something.
no, the first one they were brother and sister. They were experimented on by Hydra. I just watched it the other
Oh,
day
you did.
because I
Okay.
was sitting in my hotel
I thought
room.
for some reason
But
those two were like hooking up or something. I don't remember.
no, maybe off camera. I don't know.
maybe
But
off, maybe off camera. And that's it's one of the Olsen twins, right? It's
no, it's not the twin. They have so you have the Olsen twins, and
oh
then they have two other sisters. I think that are
okay.
acting, and Wanda is one of the actually is it Ashley? No, I can't remember her. No, it's Mary Kate and Ashley are the twins. I can't remember. Her name is slipping my mind.
Elizabeth or no we can you know what I feel like
Are
we're
you going to actually break our rule and look it up?
yes for this one I am Scarlet Witch. Uh,
But anyways, I actually liked WandaVision until at the end it turned into that. Did you see the whole show?
no, probably. Oh, WandaVision. Yeah, I saw WandaVision.
Um, at the end when they had that huge fight between her and what was the other character's name? The other witch, who she got the Darkhold from, which came out to play for the Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, because she was using it to like chase down America Ferrera. Was that her? No, America Chavez. Whatever
Chavez.
the
Yeah, Chavez. Yeah.
but whatever her character's name was, the girl who could travel the multiverse. But
Yeah, her power was that she could go anywhere in the multiverse, but yet I think at first she didn't have complete control over it,
no, she didn't.
and then later on
And
she got I don't know. She learned
mhm.
of her magical power and somehow did it. Yeah. See, my problem is you've seen like a lot of these shows like multiple times. I've seen probably a few of them once. So I'm sitting here
Some
trying
of
to
them I've
remember.
only
I'm trying to
seen
remember.
once.
I'm trying to remember.
But
Yeah, I don't know.
so I think one of the things I kind of wanted to maybe comment on a little bit was so they started out. So you had Iron Man, and then they did I think it's called the Hulk with crap. What's his name from like Fight Club and stuff?
Not Mark Rufio. Oh,
No, he played Bruce Banner, but then uh, when they actually got to like the Avengers, they brought in Mark Ruffalo. But which I thought like all the actors they had portrayed,
Oh, what's his
were good.
face? Shit, you're right. He was also in Troy.
Was he in Troy? I remember he was also, I think, in the Italian Job. But
No, not Edward Norton.
yeah,
Or
no,
was
it's
it?
Ed Norton.
It was?
He was the Hulk in the original movie.
Oh, you're
And
right.
the only reason I remember it was tied into the MCU was because of the post credit scene. The general, who was Liv Tyler's dad, sat down and met with Tony Stark at a bar.
Eh,
And so that's how I know it was all tied in to the MCU. And um but
Eric,
yeah, no,
I'm
I
thinking of Eric Bana. Eric Bana
oh
was
yeah,
also the
he
Hulk in
was
another
in
one.
the
Yeah.
yeah, he was in the first movie that I remember. There was the TV show I think in the 70s. Which by the way, in that Incredible Hulk movie, um Stan Lee was a security guard along with crap, what's his name? The actor who played the Hulk in the 70s TV show. Was it 70s or 80s?
I don't know.
Uh, he was a bodybuilder guy, whatever. But anyways,
Is that the one where they
uh,
like he was like pretending to be like a veteran or something, and he's yelling at him? Or I don't know. Stan Lee made a lot of cameos. I guess.
he
I don't.
did. No, in that one, he was just a security guard
Okay.
along with the guy who played the original
I remember
Hulk.
there was like the
But
one where like he had like the veterans hat on and he's like yelling at Captain America and Captain America list. I don't
oh,
remember exactly.
I don't remember
Stanley
which
though.
movie that was from. But yeah, no,
I don't
he's.
either. I just remember seeing
I
him.
think at one point he was. He'd been in the he. What was the credit that or the thing that I read? Stan Lee. Just a second. Oh, I got to move 250 steps. Give me just a minute.
What?
My Fitbit just told me I need to get my 250 steps in. So I'm gonna
Tom,
just walk.
this is
I'm gonna just walk
unacceptable,
back and
Tom.
forth.
This is
And but no, there was a thing that Stan Lee. I don't know if he was the highest paid actor or whatever, but it was something to do with the fact that the he had so many cameos and so many movies. He was even in the movie Big Hero 6.
uh,
Did a cameo. I don't know if you remember that movie. It was a fun movie. It
wasn't
was
he
one
in
of those like
Was he in Mallrats also or
I don't know if he was in Mallrats or not. I don't think I ever saw
Oh
Mallrats.
no! He was in Bluntman and Chronic. Not what was the movie called? Bluntman and Chronic. What was the actual? It wasn't
I don't
Dog.
know.
It wasn't Dogma. It was Jay and
Oh,
Silent
Dogma.
Bob Strike Back or something. I
Was
don't.
he?
Yeah,
I don't remember
I
that.
think he was in it. Yeah, or
I
either
probably
that or
saw that movie once,
the
but
sequel to that. Yeah, I don't remember.
Dogma was a movie I tested out to see if what my ex-wife when we were dating, what she would watch or not. And Dogma, I remember being like, oh crap, I forgot about some of this stuff that's in it.
Don't you know the rules of the road? Was
She
Carrie
watched
Fisher?
it.
Carrie
I don't
Fisher
remember
was the
much.
nun.
Was she in it? I don't
Carrie
remember.
Fisher
It's been
was
so
the
long.
nun. Remember, she's like, "Oh, I'm so pleased that you would read the road," and he's like, "I gotta do," and yeah, yeah, Jay was like, "I gotta do what I gotta do, the rules of the road," and he like tries to like go down on her or whatever, and then she kicks
Oh
him out.
really?
Yeah, yeah, Carrie Fisher was in
Ah, it's
that.
been ages since I've seen
Anyway,
Dogma, but
that's another movie. But anyways, long story
yeah.
short, so yeah, so Stan Lee loves the well, he's dead now, right? I mean, he loved the cameos.
If I had the opportunity to do what he did, I mean, what a great man. I saw a documentary on him, and I mean, he just kind of came from nothing, and then look at what he helped to build. There was some controversy, I think, with rights over certain characters or who created what at some point, but
Sure.
I believe before he passed away, I think he actually he and the other person, I don't remember his name, came to work things out and kind of ended up as friends again or whatever. But yeah, no, I mean, Spider-Man was introduced in the Fantastic Four. Had like a brief appearance, I think, in the comics, and
And what's the
Fantastic Four
one
was
like they showed
first.
like wasn't one of the multiverse things with Spider-Man where they actually brought like Tobey Maguire and like all the earlier Spider-Mans together, like they were all Spider-Man in the thing and they
Yeah,
all met
Tobey
each other,
Maguire and Andrew Garfield was his name, right?
and then
And
the new
Tom
one,
Holland.
yeah,
That
the new
was
one,
the Spider-Man No Way Home,
yeah.
which was which happened before Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. So what happened with that one was uh, Tom Holland Spider-Man had been outed as Spider-Man, or Peter Parker had been outed as Spider-Man,
Hmm.
and there were people throwing bricks like into their window at their apartment. At which point they actually met Daredevil from the Netflix series. They were bringing him in.
Remember
They introduced him in that movie.
Wasn't Ben Affleck though the first Ben
I
Affleck
don't think.
or no. Well, Will Ferrell. Will was it not Will Ferrell? Fuck. God, I
You're
can't.
getting your DC movie characters actors mixed up with
Hold on. No.
MCU.
Daredevil was
Daredevil was I can't remember the actor's name, but so he was in the show on Netflix, and then they introduced him. They brought him into the MCU on that movie, and because when they threw
no.
the brick
It
into
was
the
Ben Affleck. It was Ben Affleck did play Daredevil in
sorry
2003. Yeah, Ben Affleck did
sorry
play him.
I'm
The original
along with
Daredevil was Ben Affleck.
Jennifer Garner as
Yeah,
Elektra,
yeah,
which
yeah.
they brought that in to the MCU through the Deadpool versus Wolverine movie with a cameo with her, Wesley Snipes as Blade, and it
Yep.
was funny when they brought. Oh, it was the other thing that was kind of cool was like I think um, Ryan Reynolds. I couldn't think of his name for a moment there. He was in Blade 3,
Yep,
and then they
Trinity,
brought Blade in.
Blade
Yeah,
Trinity, yeah.
and
And
then
so was
so it's kind of funny. He was in movies with a lot of these actors, but
and what was her face? Was it Jessica Biel was also in Blade Trinity? I don't
mhm,
remember. Yeah, Jessica Biel, all three of them.
yes, she
Yeah,
was.
and she had
Mike,
to.
I'm on number two.
All
Number
right.
two.
Well, I'm almost done with three or something here. Jessica Biel, yeah, she was like, well, the stupid thing was she's like, I have to have my earbuds in order, my iPads in order to fight or whatever. It was such a
Oh,
stupid.
oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, I don't
Uh,
know. And then what's
that's
his
funny. Most
face?
of us that, but
Do you ever see Prison Break? Link.
not no, not the show. I have not seen that, but
Okay,
I
well, the brother played the bad guy in Blade Trinity. He was the ultimate vampire, not Dracula. Or what was he? Was he Dracula? I don't remember. Anyways, yeah, that was Lincoln Burrows from Prison Break. I forget the name of the actor. He was the bad guy in Blade Trinity. But anyways.
it's been so long since I've seen that movie, but
You don't like
I
Prison
do
Break?
remember.
You never saw
Yeah,
Prison Break in the early
no, I
2000s?
didn't. No, no, I
Damn,
didn't. I
damn!
I
It's
did
hotter in
watch.
here than a crack hose mouth. Wait, or what they said? It's hotter up in here than a crack hose mouth. Sorry, I don't know.
I did see
Sorry.
a show called DC Legends of Tomorrow. It was a CW show
Hmm.
where they had the guy who was the main actor from or main character from Prison Break. He played a bad
Yeah,
guy. He actually showed up.
Wentworth Miller. Yeah, Wentworth Miller.
Yeah, he actually I think was introduced in the Arrow show, which was the Green Arrow. I think they introduced him in that, and then with DC Legends of Tomorrow, they kind of collected all these like bad guy characters, and they got the opportunity to be heroes. But that's DC, not MCU. So
Well,
moving on.
we can already know though that Ben Affleck, since we know he was Daredevil, we also
Mhm.
know he was Batman in whatever Superman versus Batman, whatever it was.
Yeah,
Ben
yeah.
Affleck switched. Ben Affleck, that damn traitor. Always switching sides.
Well, you know what? I mean, there are plenty of people who have crossed over between both DC and MCU. Look at James Gunn.
Yeah,
I
James Gunn,
mean,
director. Yeah, the director.
and
And then he
James,
got
the thing with
fired.
James Gunn, he didn't get no, he got. I think he was canceled, and then they brought him back.
Yeah, because he was too controversial of a figure, I guess.
But I think there was some issues with like I think what the issue was with him was he made like these trauma movies that I've never seen them,
I
but
have.
I believe
I
I
have.
want to
I
see them
have.
because I love James Gunn,
Well,
but
okay,
I
so
haven't
so
seen them yet.
Toxie, so
But
the Toxic Avenger. You've heard, and then if you were around in the
that was
'90s and
that was James Gunn.
no, that was no, that was Trauma films. They also did Tromeo and Juliet. They made a bunch of I would call it maybe like soft core porn slash horror movies. Our
Okay.
friend, whose name begins with a J, who we won't ever say, he owns most of them. We'll definitely have to watch them sometime. But no, yeah, like the Toxic Avenger and Sergeant. I don't remember them all honestly. But yeah, no. That's.
Toxic Avenger was James Gunn. I did
I
not
don't.
know
I don't.
that.
I don't know if it's James Gunn. I know it's Trauma.
Okay,
So
but
Trauma,
I
what they
think
try to do is
Romeo and
make their.
Juliet was. I think I heard that was. I don't know. I know we can look it up. Anyways,
It was a great movie. No,
but
I'm just kidding. It was no, it was kind of dumb, but it was fine too. I don't
but
know.
uh but anyways, no. One thing I will say about James Gunn is so. I mean, a lot of his actors. Well, first off, what I was trying to say earlier was he uses a lot of the same actors. So I was just before we started filming this. I said filming, but we're not using film. But anyways, I was watching or rewatching the Guardians of the Galaxy 3, and Nathan Fillion
Yep.
was in that. He was also in Suicide Squad.
Hmm.
The girl who played Ratcatcher 2, she was in the Guardians of the Galaxy 3. James Gunn's wife, who I can't remember, had a bit part in it. And then you fast forward to the Peacemaker TV show. Peacemaker was introduced in the Suicide Squad. The guy who played the what do they call him? The main bad guy in Guardians 3. He was like one of the main characters in the Peacemaker show. He was like the guy who was heading up the little team that they had set up.
Can I tell you
And
something
so
horrible?
yeah.
Do you know
But
that?
anyways,
Oh, well, I was just gonna say really quick.
sure.
The only thing I know about Peacemaker, for better or for worse, is that he's one of the playable characters in Mortal Kombat 1.
Oh,
The one that
really?
came out in 2023. Me and my girlfriend, we actually there. Well, we have control. We actually have actual controllers to play. We play Mortal Kombat 1 all the time. Peacemaker is one of the. I actually didn't know who Peacemaker was until we played Mortal
Oh,
Kombat,
really?
and I was like, you can also play Homelander, who's from
Oh,
The
wow.
Boys, and like they have a bunch of other
Yeah.
characters. But I honestly, I
Wow.
didn't know anything about Peacemaker until Mortal Kombat, and then I was like, oh wait a second, who is this character? But
Yeah.
anyways, yeah, sorry, yeah. So you're
Yeah.
saying
No.
James Gunn is he uses cronyism. He hires people that who are
His brother is in a lot of his stuff too.
oh
I can't
nepotism,
think of his name.
nepotism. He hires
Well,
family member,
that's
favors
what
the
they say,
family.
but he's got a. The cast is always great in the stuff that I've seen of
Yeah,
his work. Another thing I love about James Gunn is his
true.
the music that he selects.
Hmm.
It's like so. Back when
Tom,
the first Guardians of the
oh
Galaxy
there you
movie
go.
came out, I remember. Am I was I? Oh, Churro. Hey, Churro. Kisses. I'm sorry I couldn't meet you this weekend. But anyways, the music he selects is always like perfect. And, and I remember when Guardians of the Galaxy 1 came out, the original The Suicide Squad movie with Will Smith
Hmm.
and other people came out. Margot? What's her last name? But anyways,
Oh yeah, I know who you're. She's she's been in a lot of
she,
movies.
she's great. But So the Guardians of the Galaxy movie came out, and they had this excellent soundtrack, right? And when the Suicide Squad came out, I read and saw a lot of videos of people commenting on the Suicide Squad seemed to, as the previews were coming out, the studio seemed to be like pushing like they have all these different great songs, in it. Like I think they had like the Rolling Stones, like "Paint It Black" and a few other hit songs from over the years, and it's like they were trying to copy what James Gunn did with the original Guardians of the Galaxy movie, and then with Peacemaker, I did watch that show. I mean, dang it, I know this isn't MCU, but I mean, every time I watched a new episode, I had to watch the opening credits because they had this great song and everybody was dancing. Even what's his name, Patrick, who played the T2 in Terminator 2,
Oh,
or the T1000, I mean, in T2.
do you want to know?
Patrick.
Do you want to know another rot or God? What is his name? It's like two first names. It's like John Patrick or something.
Yeah, something
It's
like that. I
something like
can't
that.
remember.
Guess what though? Back to the Mortal Kombat reference. You can play the T1000
Oh,
In
really?
Mortal Kombat 1. Yeah, he's one of the other characters. It's funny,
He
yeah.
was also in was it Wayne's World 1 or 2? I can't remember, but
God, yeah. What is his name? Like John Pat? It's like two first names. I don't remember his Robert Patrick. I don't know. It's something like that.
that sounds like it might be right. I the Robert Patrick. But anyways,
Something like that. Yeah, I don't
he was
remember
also in
too.
Walk the Line. He played Johnny Cash's dad. He's a he plays a real good son of a bitch. It's like he plays a good. I like him in everything I've seen him in, but I mean, it's like he's an asshole in
Well,
Peacemaker.
he loved Terminator 2, where what did he say? He loved throwing Arnold Schwarzenegger through the bathroom
Oh,
wall.
really?
He's like, I'm just like this guy, and Arnold's like this big, huge guy, and I just get to grab him and like throw him through the wall. He was one of
Uh,
his favorite,
yeah.
or the scene where and the scene where remember where John Connor, Edward Edward Furlow, whatever
Furlough, I
his name
think.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. He was on his little motorbike and he was trying to get away. When they were filming it, he was actually able to catch it. So they had to redo the scene a few times because he was actually he was in really great shape and he was able to run up and catch it every time. So he had to actually like slow down, like for that scene where he was chasing the bike. Yeah,
That's funny.
he really was that.
He's a great actor.
But
But
yeah,
anyways,
Walk the Line though was awesome as his dad. He was like the guy, like was it Johnny Cash? He's getting all drunk at the dinner table, and he's like,
mhm.
"You drink too, Daddy?" And he's like, "I haven't touched a drop of the stuff." Are we supposed to be
I
impressed with all
I
this
haven't seen
money?
that movie. That was the movie that so when I met my ex-wife, we went on a blind date with her cousin and her husband, and then our first official date, we went and saw Walk the Line, and then had dinner after that. But great
On,
movie.
only dinner after that?
Only dinner.
Oh, all right. If you say
So,
so. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding with you. Um,
when she got home after our blind date, her grandma asked her, "What did you think?" She's like, "No, no way. He's a weirdo." And then her grandma's like, "Just date him. See what you let him take you out to dinner, whatever. See what happens." And things went well after that, and then other stuff happened. But anyways,
we'll have a whole nother episode about that. So
we'll have to have a few more drinks before we get started.
I'll have you yeah, I'll have you have a few of those heavy things a little bit. Then we won't be able to shut you up.
Yeah,
You'll be like, my ex-wife. God
and then I'm
damn
gonna
it.
get
God
sued.
damn it.
I'm gonna get sued for $1 million. No, I don't. Nothing bad really happened except whatever. I'm not gonna go into the issues that we had,
I'm
but
just kidding. Not in this episode. Not in this episode.
yeah.
That's a different
But
episode.
anyways, MCU. I think their problem right now is they oversaturated the market. It's kind of like I remember a number of years ago, Starbucks in some cities had a Starbucks on this side of the street and a Starbucks on the other side of the street. And they were oversaturating the market with Starbucks, and they started running into financial issues and had to shut a lot of the stores down. So with Marvel, I mean, if you remember, they would have like I remember seeing videos where they would show like the plan for the next 20 years. It's like every month there's a new movie or a new show coming out, and
They even have phases. There's phases
yeah,
one
yeah,
through, and I think phase six has not even come out yet, but yet they know. Yeah, that's you're absolutely right, and and that's the problem is they're about quantity, not quality, and I think over time, people there's some great. Don't get me wrong, there's some great talent and some great stories and some great other things going on with the MCU, but the problem is if it's you can't you can't deliver it like every time as you have in the past, and
yeah.
and people get
Well,
sick of it, and people don't want to watch it anymore. Like you said, it's oversaturation. You can only take so
they,
much. You
yeah,
don't want to. You don't want to watch Marvel movie after Marvel movie after Marvel movie. It's like, oh my god, what's going on? Even I don't even care anymore.
yeah.
It's
Well, I
always
remember
like
when.
I
Go
don't.
ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say they always have like the crystal or the stone or the mineral or the magic or whatever plot device. Like, oh, we got these 6 Infinity Stones. Why six? What do they do? We don't even know. They let Thanos be this ultimate whatever, but yet Thanos gets his ass beaten like every single time. It doesn't matter how many stones he has. Doctor Strange throws his cloak and says, "Don't let him touch his fist." It's like, why does that matter? You never referred to Thanos touching his fist before as being a thing. Why does it matter now? Because Doctor Strange throws his fucking cloak over it. Now he can't access the Infinity Stones. Where did this come from? Like it's just like the rules are always changing. Things they're just the plot devices get
Yeah.
worse and worse. And while I like a lot of the, I would say especially Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man is a real standout character. The other ones
Hmm.
are too. I mean, most of the characters are all pretty good, but it's
Hmm.
like, but here's my other problem. There are some very, I don't know if the Marvel movies are entirely geared for like the adolescent boy or if they are for adults or maybe they're trying to hit for both. But some of the juvenile, like the infighting, like the internal, like it's like they're on the Avengers and they have to fight each
Conflict.
other for no
Yeah.
reason, and and always it doesn't make any sense why they're fighting. It's like, okay, what are you, a couple of like 12-year-old boys you who can't figure? I mean, it's like Captain America and Iron Man, like when the two leaders, it's like you could just talk and have this whole thing figured out. Instead, you guys have to fight each other for the I don't know, some of the stuff. It's not just like it's not just the Civil War one or whatever. It's also like the other ones, they all have to like fight each other, and it's like this is, and maybe that's what fans want. Maybe they want to see like
Yeah.
whose superhero is better than the other, even if it makes no sense within the story for them to fight. You still got to have the infighting, and it's like I don't know. Sorry,
Yeah.
it's just
Well, I
some of it's
mean,
dumb.
I think it's hard to find a balance. I think in some cases, I think most of the writing and stuff in the various Marvel movies and shows has been fine. And some were really good. But I think some of it kind of goes back to like with like Star Trek Next Generation when Gene Roddenberry started it. He didn't want to have any interpersonal conflict between the crew on the Enterprise. But then when he kind of started having health issues and kind of backed off and then eventually passed away and other people took over, they had some of those conflicts. And I think for the most part they had a good balance with how that played out, or just general character development. I will say, in regard to like with the MCU, I was thinking about this as I was rewatching. I think it was Iron Man 3. Excuse me, sorry about that.
Sure, no worries.
Uh, 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 Tony Stark could be a dick, and I think some of that led to some of these conflicts. But I mean, I'm trying to
Honestly,
remember.
I
Yeah,
can't. Yeah, I honestly too. I'm trying to remember like what was Iron Man and Captain America's the point of contention in their Civil War thing, and I can't honestly.
oh, it was
It was how
it
they
was
dealt with something, or
it
is
was
it?
the Sokovia Accords.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. One of them wanted to follow the
so
laws, and one of them
yeah,
didn't,
so the
or
the
something.
Sokovia Accord, I think, wanted to reveal the identity and powers of anybody who had powers. Ironically, so Tony Stark was for it. Captain America was against it. Now, ironically, I think Tony Stark was trying to keep Peter Parker's identity a secret, help him with that.
So it made no
So,
sense.
yeah, but maybe it was because he was a minor or something. I don't because he was in high school, right?
Yeah.
So maybe he, but they didn't really get into that, and they just kind of glossed over it, if they even touched on it at all, from what I remember. But I don't know. I just because I mean Peter Parker's identity was a secret until he fought, was it Mysterio in the Far From Home. There was the second Spider-Man movie,
Hmm.
and at the end of the movie, he revealed Peter Parker's identity, which caused problems and led to the events of the Spider-Man No Way Home movie. But
Yeah. Well, let's start to wrap it up a little bit here. So let's just we'll just let's talk about what we think like aggregatedly. So MCU, definitely a lot of standout movies that are really good, but as you also said, there may be, sometimes quantity, isn't the same as quality. We came to a 3.2 on the
two
drinks,
five.
or oh yeah, 3.25. Um, for the movies, we don't necessarily think. I mean, we don't normally rate like what we're talking about, especially since we go all over the place.
Yeah,
But I guess
we talk about so many movies.
we do, and we go all over which is good. That's what I hope people want to see. But anyways, long story short, just to kind of focus this a little bit. Let's kind of cut to the chase a little bit here. Is there anything else besides saying definitely yeah, MCU is interesting. MCU is definitely something worth watching at least once through. You may need to take a break between them because again, it's like you said,
Mm-hmm.
oversaturated. You need to take a minute and like actually see what's going on. Like especially if you're watching the TV shows too, like Agents of Shield or
That
Loki or
Agents of Shield didn't really affect anything in the MCU. However, like the events of, I think it was the Winter Soldier, where like Hydra was
Mhm.
revealed to be like embedded in Shield.
Yep.
That actually played into the show Agents of Shield, but the show and the show actually had one of the main characters was the guy from the first Iron Man movie who was trying to recruit Iron Man to Shield. I
Yeah.
can't think of his name,
He has like
but
light blonde hair, kind of balding a little bit. I don't know, remember.
yeah,
Little
but
widow's
yeah,
peak going on. But I'm
yeah.
getting
But anyways,
it.
but that was a good show. I liked it. I watched all of it. But
Yeah.
yeah,
I've
no.
seen one or two episodes. I also liked it. I just don't have enough time to sit there. I don't know. There's
I
just a
think
limit on
for
how
me,
much I
I
can
think
watch.
I took the time to watch all of the stuff that I did so that I could, because my kids weren't going to, but they like sometimes because they like to watch like Marvel movies and stuff like that and some of the
Sure.
shows, but sometimes they may not be able to connect the dots of certain events, and sometimes you don't necessarily have to watch everything,
Hmm.
but sometimes having seen like what happened in Loki, that kind of fills you in on what's going on in the say Deadpool versus Wolverine movie when the time agency shows up.
Yeah.
So, because I mean, you don't know anything about the time agency. However, that said, when you watch Deadpool versus Wolverine, you don't necessarily have to really know anything about
Is
Loki because I think they kind of let you
Isn't it Deadpool and Wolverine? I don't.
know
Is it
versus.
versus? Okay, I've
I
seen it, but
believe it's versus. Yeah.
okay. Though they seem to be best buds
Well,
throughout most of it.
it was no, it was versus until like the end. Remember that fight in the minivan?
Yeah, that was so stupid. It was funny. It was funny.
Or the
Um,
fight where Deadpool uses Wolverine's body to kill all the time agents?
yeah. No, they had some.
But
They had some good ones. Yeah, and
yeah.
Doc or Professor X's daughter is the villain, and yeah,
Yeah.
I
No,
don't
no,
know.
no. It's a sister,
Or
twin sister, I
oh
believe.
yeah, yeah, whatever it was. Yeah, twin sister. All right. Anyways, so we'll wrap it up here. If you like what you've seen, obviously like it, dislike it, but also subscribe, share, comment, whatever you want to do. Hit
Got
that
the
button,
reminder. Yeah.
do that thing. If you want to see us review a drink, let us know. If you want to see us review any kind of science fiction, fantasy, whatever kind of thing, we're probably more than willing to review it. So let us know what you want to see. Thom, any final thoughts or anything else?
Not really. I mean, I have a lot more I want to say because I mean, we could talk for like the next
Another
2 days
hour.
about
Yeah,
MCU
we
or
could.
whatever, but no, I mean, thank you for watching. We do appreciate your patronage and excuse me, and I think we're gonna I think we're recommend excuse me, we're recommending the Corona Extra
We are.
with lime. I didn't try it with. Excuse me, dang it,
Oh
I didn't try
my.
it without any lime yet. But
All right, guys. Well, we'll see ya. Have a good night.